Hello and welcome to Breezy Chatter. Today I'm going to be talking about The Bold and the Beautiful, and we are going to be focusing on Carter, Paris, Mama Grace, and Zende. So it looks like Paris and Zende are in the office together talking about his designs, and Paris, she is blown away by Zende's talents. And Zende is always reminding Paris that she is his muse, she inspires him. And Zende does ask Paris how she would feel if he continued going out with Sequoia. And that's when Carter comes in. And when Carter comes in, he almost wants to back out because he didn't realize that Zende and Paris would be in a room talking to each other. And when Carter tries to back out, Zende does ask Carter to come in, and he was explaining to him how he was just talking to Paris about how she felt about him dating Sequoia. And Carter said he really didn't want to get into that. You know, he didn't feel like it was his place. And Zende also does ask Paris in front of Carter if she is seeing someone else. And of course, she feels put on the spot and she does not answer. This is all setting up the stage for a huge letdown for Zende because he's asking Paris if she's seeing someone else right in front of Carter, not knowing that they are seeing each other. And this is just going to make it hurt even more for Zende when he does find out what's going on between Carter and Paris. And Zende does tell Paris that he still cares about her and he hasn't forgotten about her and he hopes that she hasn't forgotten about him. And he says, you know, it's a little difficult to transition and to just realize that they are just keeping things casual, almost to a point where Zende and Paris are not spending time together. They're not going out. Zende's going out with Sequoia. She's a nice girl, but he doesn't really care for her the way he cares for Paris. And Paris is laser focused on Carter. So it's pretty much like they've broken up. They just haven't put it to words, but they are not together. And as Carter continues to watch Zende express his feelings for Paris, he seems guilty. And he does try to leave. And what makes it even worse for Carter is that Zende says to him, "Thank you for hearing me out. I appreciate your friendship." And Carter, he couldn't feel any lower than the gum stuck on the bottom of someone's shoe. So then we have Zende and Sequoia in the office. And he is fitting one of the dresses that she's wearing. And of course, Grace walks in. And Sequoia, she's very nice. She's very pleasant. And when she sees Grace, she does say hello and she does ask Grace how she's doing. And Grace is so rude. She doesn't even look at Sequoia and she's like, "I'm good." And she really could care less about Sequoia. And she makes it very clear when she's so abrupt and she doesn't even look at her. So meanwhile, Carter's at home. He's riddled with guilt. He's not focused on his work. He keeps thinking about his night with Paris. And of course, who shows up at his place? Paris. And of course, she's telling him that she can't stop thinking about him. And she tells him that she gets the sense that he can't stop thinking about her either. So we have Grace and Zende in the office, and Grace is doing everything she can to encourage Zende to propose to Paris. And Zende knows that something's not right. I think he feels even more uncomfortable now proposing to Paris after everything that she said than he did when he initially wanted to propose to her. But Grace is telling him that she doesn't believe Paris is seeing anyone and that he should propose, and she's almost certain that Paris would say yes. Meanwhile, we have Carter and Paris. They're kissing, and Paris is doing all that she can to reassure Carter that everything's going to be fine, and they work their way up to his bedroom. And once they've been intimate, they're downstairs in Carter's kitchen, and they're talking about everything. And Carter is trying to explain to Paris that it's not going to work out between the two of them. She really should consider being with Zende. He's telling her that she should accept Zende's proposal should he ask her. He was telling her that there's a huge price to be paid for being with someone like him. He's telling Paris that she should not want to drag herself down by being with him. And the cost would be Forrester. It would be her friends in LA. It would be her peaceful relationship that she has with her mother. And meanwhile, Paris, she's not hearing it. She told Carter that she would do anything to be with him. So then we have Zende and Quinn in the office, and they are matching up jewelry with one of Zende's fashions. Quinn does ask Zende whatever happened with the proposal. He did explain to Quinn that he did not get a chance to propose to Paris. And he was explaining to Quinn that it wasn't so much that she denied his proposal because he never really got to propose, but she sort of let him know that she wasn't ready. So now we have Grace paying a visit to Carter. And she's so rude. She's banging on his door like she's the police. And she's like, Carter, I know you're home. Let me in. I'm not leaving until you let me in, even if I have to stay here all night. And Paris is hearing all this and she's wondering, what is her mother doing at his place? Carter's trying to tell Paris, just go upstairs. I'll talk to her. And Paris is like, no, I'm going to talk to her. It'll work out. She wants me to be happy. Paris opens the door and Grace comes barreling in. And when she sees her daughter in Carter's t-shirt, she is livid. She is saying, what is going on here? And she's looking at Carter and she's blaming him. How could you do this to her? If Carter could just snap his fingers and disappear, he would have. And Paris is trying to explain to her mom that she loves Carter. That's who she wants to be with. And Grace, she is not having it. She is so upset. And she's thinking about how Carter broke Zoe's heart. And she can't believe that Carter would do this. So this is going to be quite interesting. We're going to see how Grace manages to handle this situation. What do you guys think? Do you think Grace is going to go to the Forresters? Do you think Zoe's coming back to create even more drama? Because this is a very sticky situation. We have Carter, who was with Paris's older sister, which should have been all the more reason for Paris to not be interested in Carter. But she doesn't care. She wants to be with him anyway. And how much longer before Zende finds out the truth between Paris and Carter? We're going to have to wait and see. But I do think that Grace is way out of line. Her daughter is grown. If she wants to have a relationship with her sister's sloppy seconds, then that's on her. It's really unfortunate that Carter is turning into this playboy because I really liked his clean-cut and respectable image, but he's just out here now. He's just sampling all the ladies. Grace is not here for it, and it's going to be so interesting to see how things unfold. And that is my commentary. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe, and leave comments. Thank you for your time. Until next time. Ta-ta.